Good morning, everybody. We are back. The show is called TBR SSF Show. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe. I'm all by myself. The guys are not here. But guess what? I'm with you. You are there. As long as you are there, Reka Ofela, Sesonke, we are together. On Sesam, Singwe, Rotle, the beat goes on. Um, we are from a very big weekend, okay? A very big one. I'm saying a big one because in terms of the sporting, you saw the last show how important the sport is, and people might not understand because the sports, depending what's happening as far as the sport is concerned, the mood, in the country becomes high, and once the mood are high, the stock market in JSC, they work according to the mood. They go up or they go down if the mood is bad. If the mood is good, they go up. And now let me simplify it so that you understand it because my strategy or my approach all the time, I always want to make sure that people understand. I want to simplify, especially these things of finance because they're just being complicated for no reason. They're very simple. Now, let me just simplify it. Like Chiefs have won. You can imagine what happened. After they've won, having not been winning for so many years, and guess what? Who did they beat? Mamelodi Sundowns. Remember, I said the new rival is between Chiefs and Mamelodi Sundowns, and that rival is fierce. Okay, you may say whatever you want. My opinion is they hate each other. They may not say it, but I do. I do know that they hate each other. Can you imagine having beaten Mamelodi Sundowns? What happened? People rush to the shibins, people rush to the nightclubs, they buy chisanyama, they buy liquor, and so on and so on. By doing that, the owners of the chisanyama, the nightclubs, and so on, now their income is increasing. Okay? So the money is there, the money that is circulating. And because of that, the stock market, I'm just simplifying it. I'm not saying that's how exactly work. I'm just trying to explain in terms of the mood, how it does it affects the market. So on the basis of that, everybody's making money, and then even the stock market will go up. So good luck to Kaizer Chiefs and well done. Congratulations. In fact, that's the best terminology to use. Congratulations to Kaizer Chiefs for the job well done. Not only that, congratulations to Orlando Pirates. They also moved to the next round, okay? And then they are, especially the next round of the net bank. Now we are going to have the Soweto Derby in a cup final. That has never happened in many, many, many years. We haven't seen that encounter for a very, very long time. So remember, even if they play just the league, it becomes a big thing. All right. Now they're playing for a cup. They're playing for something. The pride. So you can imagine. All right. It's gonna be very exciting. All right. Everybody wants to win. Chiefs want to win. Sundowns want to win. Of course, all of them they want to win. So now, big up to all of them. Again, let's talk about day after tomorrow. What's gonna happen? The big one, the CAF Champions League semi-final. Mamelodi Sundowns versus Al Ahly. All right, and then Orlando Pirates versus Pyramid. So there's a whole lot of excitement and the mood. All right, but let's move on now because I want to talk about Kaizer Chiefs coach, Coach Nabi. I know people have been saying now this guy is not on, it's not spot on, but when you listen attentively to what the players are saying after the match about the coach, and you listen to the pundits, soccer experts, former players, how do they see the game? Um, I think he needs to be given a chance. That's my opinion. This could be the turning point for him. It's difficult to coach a team like Kaizer Chiefs with so much pressure. They're used to the glory, and maybe he needs to be given a chance. I'm saying this because I listened to what Duba said after the game. He said the coach spoke to us and everything turned according to what he said. He said, our focus should be on the central defense of Mamelodi Sundowns. The central defense of Mamelodi Sundowns is a weak link, and I wasn't aware of that. And that game exposed that. He said the person that we wanted to target was Suarez because we noticed that sometimes he get nervous and then he made a lot of mistakes. And guess what? Duba is so quick, all right? And then Suarez made a mistake, then Duba pounced on him, and then he scored the goal. So, yeah, and then, but after that, we know that there's a controversy. People say, that's a penalty. It's not a penalty. This has been discussed from Saturday, immediately after the game. It was being discussed. I mean, Sunday, it was being discussed. Even yesterday, even today, we are discussing it. Now, the good thing is football is a game of opinion, all right? Even in financial matters, in terms of stock market, opinions also affect the stock market. Now, as I said, this game, we had reliable or coaches that we respect so much, like Ace Ngobo, referees that we respect so much. Ace Ngobo, who's doing the analysis with SuperSport, he gave us his opinion. And then Victor Hlungwani with SABC gave us also his opinion. And then, which is quite good because if they give us those analysis, we learn. Remember, I said TBR is our principle are all those beautiful R words: reading, research, responsibility, reflect, review, results, and so on. So now we are reviewing and reflecting, okay? Now the first person to raise the alarm was the coach of Mamelodi Sundowns, Cardoso. As you can see, there is raising his hand to say, hey, this was an offside. This was not supposed to be allowed. He has his opinion, all right? The same with Ace Ngobo has an opinion. The same with Victor Hlungwani has an opinion. The same with me, I have an opinion. And together with you two on the other side, we have an opinion. It's a game of opinion. But you know, this is what is good. It is the sport of rules. This shows how rules are important. Because the rules are very clear. Whether we disagree, Ace Ngobo says this or Victor Hlungwani says this, it will never change the result. The result stands. So it's because of the rules. That's one. Secondly, the other thing that I like about these football rules, they say even VAR is there. The referee's decision is final. Whether you like it or not, the issue of the DC of the referee, it's another story. Okay. So, yeah, this is what Cardoso did, and I understand he's a coach. He has lost against Kaizer Chiefs. He knows his job is on the line. Anything can happen, you know. So that's how the pressure is as far as football is concerned. So that was Cardoso. Now let's look at what Ace Ngobo said on SuperSport. This is what Ace Ngobo said on SuperSport. Ace Ngobo said, the rule says they check the distance between the attacking player and the goal line, and then end the defense. Whoever is closer to the goal line, that determines. Now let's look here. Duba is 10.4 meters to the goal line. Then Sundowns player is 10.9 to the goal line. Now, mathematically, or in terms of numbers, Duba was the one who was closer. Mamelodi Sundowns guy was fairer. So in other words, according to Ace Ngobo, this was not a penalty. All right. So I don't know what's your take about that, but it's nice. You can talk about it. It's your right to say whatever you say. Now let's go to Vic Hlungwani. Vic Hlungwani. Okay, I'm used to Hlungwani. Vic Hlungwani I think it's the Tonga, that's why it's Hlungwani. Vic Hlungwani analyzes this way. He says, when the ball was played, before it was played, the boy was in an offside position. But if you are in an offside position when the ball has not been played, it does not mean that you are at fault. Okay? Then he went further here. He said, if the player was here, that would be something else. All right? But guess what? He was here. All right? And that player was up front, offside position. And then when he played the ball, and then according to Vic Hlungwani, let me show you the pic of Vic Hlungwani. This is where he points. According to Vic Hlungwani, this was supposed to be ruled offside. All right. But according to Ace Ngobo, it was not an offside. So it's a game of opinion. Maybe you also have an opinion as far as that is concerned. So you are allowed to share your opinion, what's your take. And then even Cardoso is correct to raise his issue, his opinion. And remember with him, it's not only about the opinion. He is, the bread, his bread is on the line. So he has to check what's going to happen. Remember, I said very soon we'll be having what you call CAF, which is day after tomorrow, Al Ahly versus Mamelodi Sundowns, and then Pirates versus Pyramid. But before I go there, let me share the news. We are a financial company, and being a financial company, our focus is to educate at all times. That is why I was explaining the impact of the mood with the markets, all right? And all this knowledge you gain by reading, which was one of the principle of the big R, reading, doing a lot of research. And then one of those things to help you to understand about these things, we have written the books that can help you to navigate. Because dealing with money, you need to understand how to deal with the money. So you not just jump into a conclusion. And then it's all about the knowledge that you have acquired, and that will help you to be able to navigate. Now, those books, you can get them from us only. And then if you want the books, don't hesitate, give us a call and say, please, I need to get a book. Then we'll assist you to get a book for yourself. And then it's not only that book, but the good thing about that book, it will also refer you to other books where you can learn. I've made it a principle with me now that I read as much as I can, especially books that deals with finance. Now, the first book that I wrote is this one, Secrets for Becoming Rich. I wrote this book after discovering how the rich make their money. And then I said, I'm just going to follow exactly what they do, and then following what they do, and then it will give me a way. And guess what? Everything was correct. And then I remember this journey was started in 2001. In fact, 2000 August, started reading a lot of books around finances. So, and I don't regret till today. And then the other book that I think is very important that you need to get it is this one, How to Get Out of Bad Debts, Use Other People's Money and Resources to Get Rich. Especially these days, there's no money. There's no money. A lot of people don't have money, don't be fluked. And then, and when there's no money, people think of going to borrow money and so on, getting into debts and so on. But guess what? Debt is the one that helps you to build wealth. So you need to know how to build wealth. So this book will assist you to deal with those issues. And then the other book that we have on our bookstore is this one by a very good friend of mine, Dr. Darlene Small. Dr. Darlene Small worked for the Reserve Bank for 33 years as an economist, as an advisor to governors of the Reserve Bank. The last person advised by her was the late Tito Mboweni, who have just passed on. May his soul rest in peace. So this is a nice book. It's written in a very simple language. You can understand what Darlene Small is talking about it. Because simplicity is the name of the game. And then another book is this one, um, Entrepreneur Awakening with a Drive, the book written by Nomsa Masbugo, who hails from Emalahleni, running a number of guest houses, not only guest houses, got a number of business. I know there's a cleaning company. There's quite a lot of things that he do. Then he's very involved in community work in the area of Wheatbank or Emalahleni. Get that book, and then you learn how did Nomsa do it, okay? And then the other book, that this is the book that influenced Nomsa to buy my books. This is the book that made Nomsa to become a friend of mine. She listened to me on SAFM talking about this book, how I turned 500 into R1 million business. And then I went further to say, you can do it. You can do the same. Of course, you can do the same. It's not difficult. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And the good thing about this book, you can get it in ebook on Amazon, and then you can also get it from us. Currently, they're from us. You can just buy it, all the books from us. So those are the books that you need to learn. But it doesn't stop there. We also have what do you call? We also have, it's not only books, we also have a membership club or mentoring program. And then if you want to learn about mentoring program, I request you to please go out there and join our membership club. You learn a lot, you'll know so much things that you have to understand. Because when it comes to money, money is about, like I was doing it now. Money is about emotions. It's about the mood. So that's very, very important. So those are the books that you can learn. You can get from us, and then yeah, and then those are some of the assistance that we give. Now let me move on to the other side of the show. Let's see. I want to share with you. Remember, I said come next week. The games are playing, and then we have Champions League that is going to happen, whereby Mamelodi Sundowns, they'll be playing Al Ahly. This is the fixture. Mamelodi Sundowns is playing Al Ahly tomorrow, and then Pirates is playing Pyramid tomorrow. So you know what? All of us will be glued on our television. Now let me explain further. The television, they make money because a number of people. That is why now you'll have to understand why we say the sport has an impact on the economy. The number of people who are watching on TV, then because of that, what's happening? The advert, the prices are going up, and they make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. It doesn't end there. Netbank, for that matter, they know they're playing Chiefs and Pirates, they're going to make money. But for the CAF Champions League, the sponsors, television, everybody is making money. So that is why it's important to understand that. Now, that fixture goes as follows. We know that Mamelodi Sundowns, they play Al Ahly first leg, which is tomorrow, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow, the 19th of April, and then 1 o'clock GMT time. That's the game between Mamelodi Sundowns and Al Ahly, and the game is played here at home. And then the second leg of the two teams again will happen on the 25th of April at Cairo, and then at 5 o'clock GMT time. Then the second semi-final, Friday again, Orlando Pirates vs Pyramid FC, and then they play at 16 hours GMT time, and then they play at FNB Stadium. And then on the 25th, they go to Cairo, and Pirates play Pyramid at Cairo at 7 p.m. Or 19 hours GMT. So those, and I'm sure you have noticed, you know, the coach of Pirates, he has also shown that he has a good football brains. Pirates have played too many games, and then When they were playing the last game, he rested many players, or others were recovering from injuries and so on. But he had a plan. I wonder whether you watched the game. Pirates, they were they worked overtime. When they were going at the back, they were going in numbers. You would see 5, 6 at the back defending. And when they were going up, same thing. All right. Now it needs a coach to do that and send a message to the players. And the players should also have the capacity to understand what the coach wants them to do. So once that is being done, so now it becomes easy. But if the players don't understand what they are supposed to do, then it becomes a serious, serious problem. Now let's move on. Before I move on, I want to indicate to you that remember we are a sports show, and then as much as we are a sports show, and then but I'm also giving you financial matters. The big R, we also teach about finances, and then those people who wants to learn, and then they want to join a mentoring program, you can join our membership club, and then so that you are mentored. Now, there are those people who are having problems, financial problems, whereby you find that people have debts, and then now because of desperation, they get calls from people saying to them, no, no, listen, we will help you, we'll give you a consolidation. But in essence, they are lying to them. They don't tell them the truth. And then the people even went further and said, no, no, I don't want debt review. I know it, I'm from. And it's not a debt review. And then, which is not good. Others, when people say they are on debt review, they say, no, we can clear the status, okay? And then they lie to people, and then people fall to that trap, not out of their own making, because they were misled. Now, the next thing, people are unable to make progress. So if you want to clear those issues, those status, please don't hesitate to contact us. We'll assist you. You'll see the number at the end of the show, which is our WhatsApp number. Drop a WhatsApp, don't call us. Drop a WhatsApp, therefore we'll come back to you. The number is 067 915 1447. 067 915 1447. Now let's move on. Now we are doing the Messi special. When I do the Messi special, I'm always motivated. I think Messi and Joma has always been the two players who have been my favorite players of all time. I like so many players. I've seen Ruth, I've seen Maradona, so many players that I saw playing. Um, the person that I didn't see, it's Pele. I didn't watch Pele except pictures and the old pictures. And the other person that I didn't watch, I think it's Kaizer, except listening on radio while I was still very young and so on. But the rest, I've seen almost the majority of players. So Jomo, for me, is still outstanding player. But, when it comes to Messi, it's a different ball game. This is Lionel Messi, the Messi special, as I usually say it. As they were playing with, I think it's LA Galaxy, and then remember they lost 1-0 the first leg, and then this is what was captured. Messi was very angry going to the tunnel, but during the game, he was seen saying to the players, "Calm down," and then calm down. But this one, I think he was just making a joke. Calm down and pass the ball to me. And then guess what? He produced a masterclass performance, and then he knocked that team out single-handedly. All those myths of saying Messi cannot succeed without whoever. And guess what? This man is changing history. And they said Miami, not Miami, Chicago. Chicago, they've never had this crowd. They had about 62,000. This was a record-breaking record because those people in America, they love this American football, basketball, and so on. It's now they are changing slowly but sure to love football, and Messi is the reason for that. 62,358. So that was a record-breaking crowd. And guess what? He brings even the stars. If you know, if you are into rap music, Shaquille O'Neal was there, the big shark, and then everybody wants to meet Lionel Messi. This man has a huge impact on the football. Guess what? They are semi-final. This is the fixture for the semi-final. It's going to be exciting. We are going to watch this very closely, and he's very serious. This guy, he wants to win this cup. Tigres Una will be playing Cruz Azul on the 23rd at 9 p.m. And then this Vanqua will be playing Inter Miami on the 24th at 8 p.m. And guess what? I'm going to watch this one. There is no way I can miss this one. I'll try by all means to watch it. Now, the other thing that I want to talk to you as those people who are following us, we are helping people who are working for the GPF and then who are 55 and above, who wants to exit the system. Maybe they are tired of the system, or they are tired in general. They want to get away, or maybe people want to change a career, and then you want to know how best can you exit. All right. So I'm gonna assist you and show you how can you best exit, because the most important thing, you want to save as much as you can. Firstly, if you are less than 60, you don't want to be penalized. Then we'll show you how can you avoid the penalties, okay? Penalties at all, not even a cent. Not only that, we can also help you to understand how can you save on tax. So if you want to save on taxation, just give us a shout. As I said, the number is 067 915 1447. And then you can also go to our YouTube channel, which is www.tbr.solutions with an S at the end. www.tbr.solutions. We have got a YouTube channel, got Facebook. Facebook is the Big R Solution or Saubrey Chabalala. So you can just follow all those Twitter handle or all those social media handle and see what you can get. Because even on our YouTube, we are teaching about money, because I believe in that. If you learn about money, that will help you to navigate. Now, I want to say thank you so much to all those people who are subscribing and commenting. We appreciate, because that will help us. And then I'm sure very soon I'll be introducing members of this channel. Okay, sorry. Now it's like winter is here. So yeah, I'll be introducing to you that members of the channel. If you want to be the member of the channel, what can you do? And then thank you so much. I really appreciate. The beat goes on. Mushito Pele. We are together. Sisonke or Sisam Rotle. The beat goes on. I thank you.